We've come to the final episode in this series of Confessions of a Business Owner. And before we close it out, I want to look back on the journey we've taken together. Each story you've heard wasn't just about one owner's mistake. It was about the patterns we all fall into when we're trying to build something that lasts. Natalie thought being everywhere proved her value. The truth? It made her the bottleneck. And what solved it was trust, giving her team permission to move without her. Norman kept chasing problems that wouldn't go away. What solved it was stepping back to see the real issue hiding underneath the noise. Nathan thought hustle was leadership. However, he found out the hard way about what solved it. It was clarity, making space to think, decide, and direct instead of staying busy. And across the board, each of them discovered the same thing. The problem you think you have isn't the real problem at all. Which brings us here, because if there's one place that proves this more than any other, it's on the topic of profit. Every owner I've worked with has had a moment where they said, if I could just keep more money at the end of the month without sacrificing the business, everything else would be fine. But here's the twist. Profit isn't the problem. Profit is your signal. And in today's final confession, Norman is going to share how he learned that lesson the hard way. Let's hear from Norman now.
For the longest time, I thought profit was my biggest issue. Month after month, I'd look at the numbers and think, where did it all go? The sales looked fine. The customers were happy enough. The team was working hard. But the bank account told a different story. It always felt like there should be more left over. So I kept trying to fix profit. I'd raise prices, cut a few expenses, push the team harder. And it worked for a little while. But by the end of the next quarter, I was right back in the same spot. And that's when it finally hit me. Profit isn't the problem, and it's not the goal and not the noise. Instead, profit is the signal. Low profit was pointing to where the real issues were hiding. In my case, pricing that didn't reflect the work, projects that bled hours we never tracked, and systems so loose that money slipped through the cracks without me even noticing. I didn't have a profit problem. I had a process problem. And profit was just holding up the red flag, trying to get my attention. When I stopped treating profit as the problem, everything changed. I started asking different questions. Not, how do I make more money? But what is profit trying to tell me? Was it signaling bad pricing? Was it showing me wasted labor? Was it exposing cash flow gaps I had ignored? And the more I treated profit like the messenger instead of the enemy, the clearer it became. Profit wasn't broken. My business was just out of alignment. So here's my confession. I wasted too much time trying to fix profit when profit was never the problem. And until I started listening to what it was pointing to, pricing, systems, cash flow, I was stuck treating symptoms instead of solving causes. Profit isn't the villain. It's the warning light on the dashboard. And the sooner you stop ignoring it, the sooner you can actually fix what's broken. Because in the end, profit doesn't lie. It tells the truth about your business. The only question is, are you listening?